Drinlangwenzi Shilaknai. I want to thank everyone for the meetings that we had conducted within the community of Old Crow, as well as over Zoom. This is regarding our second reading of the Appropriations Act. There was a lot of key and important discussion as these matters were brought forward to the community. I also want to thank the president of the board of the Old Crow Development Corporation. Today, I will be making our second reading of our second Appropriation Act of the Buntakwichin First Nation, 2021 to 2022. Whereas it appears by the budget estimate submitted by the Director of Finance that the sums mentioned in Schedule A of this Act are required for the purpose of defraying certain expenses of the public service of Buntakwichin First Nation, and for related purposes for the period of 12 months ending March 31st, 2022. The Chief and Council of the Buntakwichin First Nation enacts as follows. 1. In addition to the net sum of $35,903,578 provided for in the first Appropriation Act of 2021 to 2022, from and out of the Buntakwichin First Nation bank accounts there may be paid and applied a sum not exceeding in the whole $2,100,000 as shown in Schedule A for defraying the several charges and expenses of the public service of the Buntakwichin First Nation in the period of 12 months ending on March 31st, 2022. As set forth in Schedule A of this Act, and which sum includes all sums previously appropriated for any part of the same period, and that sum shall not be paid or applied except in accordance with the budget estimate submitted by the Director of Finance to the Chief and Council. Buntakwichin First Nation Second Appropriation Act 2021 to 2022, Schedule A. Departmental Operations and Maintenance and Capital Expenditures. Chief and Council. Appropriation to date, $2,406,746. Sums required this appropriation, $2.1 million. Total appropriated current spending authority, $4,506,746. Executive Office, $418,092. Total appropriated current spending authority, $418,092. Intergovernmental Relations and Governance, $2,627,046. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority, $2,627,046. Human Resources, $857,480. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority of the same amount, $857,480. Natural Resources, appropriated to date, $2,591,552. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority of the same amount of $2,591,552. Government Services, appropriated to date, $8,890,559. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority for the same amount of $8,890,559. Education and Recreation, appropriated to date, $1,764,063. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority of the same amount of $1,764,063. Health, Social, and Justice, appropriated to date, $2,283,297. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority for the same amount of $2,283,297. Information systems appropriated to date, $459,428. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority for the same amount of $459,428. Finance and debt management appropriated to date, $1,855,315. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority of the same amount of $1,855,315. Other capital projects appropriated to date, $11,750,000. Sums required this appropriation, nil. Total appropriated and current spending authority for the same amount of $11,750,000. The appropriated to date total sum totals at $35,903,578. Sums required this appropriation have a sum total of $2,100,000. The total appropriated and current spending authority total is $38,003,578. The Vantakwichin Government 2021 to 2022 fiscal year sources of revenue. Our guaranteed sources: the financial transfer agreement with a total of $15,456,182. Personal income tax, $960,754. First Nation goods and service tax for a total of $336,935. Our 189.2 reserve for a total of $3 million. VGT disbursement fund, $457,400. Bank loan, nil, for a sum total of $20,211,270. Other sources brought forward from the 2020 to 2021 budget, zero. From accumulated surplus, $5,611,088. Contribution agreements and grants for a total of $11,873,874. Recoveries, rent and water and sewer, $307,346. For a sum total of $17,792,308, for a total revenue of $38,003,578. As a note, the FTA accounts for 43% of the entire budget. The Vantakwichin Government 2021 to 2022 fiscal year for the Chief and Council. A revenue of $50,000. Expenditures, office furniture, equipment, and fixtures, $2,000. Communications, telephone, fax, internet, advertising, and printing, $26,140. Consulting, legal services, $220,000. Community consultations, $102,000. Community celebrations, $87,000. Office rental, utilities, insurance, and property taxes, $33,700. Office materials, supplies, $36,500. Salaries and benefits, honorarium, and professional development at $1,015,789. Donations, contribution agreements, grants, and elders' pensions, $2,837,227. Funeral expenses, $27,000. Travel costs, $119,390. For a total of $4,506,746. Allocation from the consolidated fund for the same amount, for the amount of $4,456,746. This concludes the second reading of our second Appropriation Act. Again, there was many important discussions that happened within the community over our community radio and as well with citizens abroad over Zoom. We continue to strive for the importance of these discussions, to bring these discussions to our people within the community and abroad. I think the events of recent and through these readings symbolizes the culmination of our discussions amongst council as well as community, from which we always benefit from. We look forward to moving through this fiscal year and coming towards our upcoming General Assembly to continue these discussions and our successes, not only as a community, not only as citizens, whether they reside on our traditional territory, but moreover, us together as a self-governing people. Masicho.